Hello, I'm Susan with Speech with Susan. This is another speech video provided by Houston Area Parkinson's Society. I'm a speech pathologist, and we're going to do some exercises for breath support, voice, strength of voice, cognitive exercises, and swallowing. And so let's get started. Let me tell you, I live in Costa Rica, and you can see the abundance. Let me show you something. Grown here, I've got a whole bunch of bananas, big little avocados, lemons, star fruit, and limes that have been picked on my lot that I live on down here. So it's just wonderful having fresh fruit and vegetables growing here and picking your own, especially on your own lot. My one of the workers here gets them for me. He can pick them a lot higher up than I can. Okay, let's get started. So the first exercise we're going to do is for breath support. It's doing an ah or holding an ah sound for about 20 seconds. Now, I'm just now recovering from COVID. I'm not sure if I can do it for 20 seconds. I tried a couple of days ago. My respiration or my breath support was very weak, but let's just see if we can do it. We'll do it one time, and then what I'd like for you to do is stop the video and do it about 4 more times. So let's take a big deep breath here. Great, and I did it for 20 seconds. Whew. Glad to get my breath support back. It's still not all the way back. Matter of fact, I went for a walk yesterday and just did 1.5 miles. I try to do 4 miles, and 1.5 miles just bore me out. So what I'd like for you to do is stop the video and do it about 4 or 5 more times. It's very, very good, very important. Be sure to take a big deep breath to fill up your lungs, both sides, and then slowly release the ah sound. The vocal cords are restricting the airflow, which gives you that longer ability to maintain ah sound. If you just left your vocal cords open, it's very hard to do that, to hold or exhale for 20 seconds. Okay. I'm sure you've done it about 4 or 5 more times. The next exercise is a high-pitched E, and this is in our voice, in our speech, we have inflections. And the inflections tilt, they go up or go down, but we don't speak in a monotone voice. And Parkinson's, as it progresses, develops more of a monotone voice. So we want to keep that at bay. We want to make sure that we do have movement of the larynx to elevate and move tilt a little bit forward, narrowing or thinning out the vocal cords so that you're getting a higher pitch. And then of course, lower pitch. And boy, have I had a low pitch for the last 10 days. All right, so we're going to do an E sound, one right after another, holding it for 3 to 5 seconds. So let's do this one. Here we go. Again. 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 One more time. Great. Try to do that about 10 times. These exercises are very good if you do them every day. It'll take about 5 minutes, 6 minutes of your morning. You do them in the morning, but it's very good to do them. Very important exercises. Next one is the Masako and the Mendelssohn, and I've explained this at every class and every video, but it's where you're sticking your tongue out and anchoring it between your teeth and your lips, and then you swallow, keeping that tongue sticking out. And these are very good exercises for swallowing. It moves that epiglottis, it helps it flip it over, cover the airway. The food and liquid moves down the upper esophageal sphincter, which is your upper part of the esophagus that goes to the stomach. It opens up, food and liquid moves down, closes back up, and then goes down. It is very important to maintain the swallow as we progress. Our swallow is not has the strength. It does not have the strength that it has had in at a younger age. Okay, so this one it'll look like this. And if you can stick your tongue really far out, then and still do a swallow, that's great, because you're making that posterior pharyngeal wall move a lot closer. It has to move further. The other one is the Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn is where you're just swallowing, doing a normal swallow, but you stop in the middle of the swallow. You can't breathe. Your epiglottis is flipped over your airway, and you can see a little bit of strain on my face when I do the Mendelssohn. So I'm going to do a normal swallow. And then I release. Oh, thought I heard something over there. Okay, so stop the video, do the Misako and the Mendelssohn a few times. And it's very hard to do it when you don't have anything in your mouth, so take a sip of water and swallow normally, and then you have a little bit of residuals that can swallow, that you can move from your mouth to your pharynx and then swallow. Okay, the next exercise I'm going to explain, we're not going to hold it because it takes 2 minutes out of the video, but you want to pucker your lips, a hard kiss, big kiss, hold it for 60 seconds. Watch the clock, and the last 10 seconds of it, pull tighter. So you're holding, and then the last 10 seconds you're going really tight, because what we want to do is maintain a good labial seal so that we can monitor our saliva that's building up and then know to swallow. So after you do the pucker for 60 seconds, then you're switching to a smile, maintain labial seal, and hold for 60 seconds, doing the same thing with the last 10 seconds pulling tighter. Very important, because as we age, we're still producing saliva, but our sensation of monitoring it is diminished, and we could start easily drooling if we don't have a good labial seal. So very important to have a labial seal so that we can keep the saliva, and we also start bending forward a little bit, and gravity will pull the saliva towards the lips, and then it'll drool. And we want to avoid that and keep that at bay as much as possible. Okay, the next exercise is we've been working the small muscles in the neck that are very important for voice and swallowing. So now we're going to do an exercise for the supportive muscles of those inner muscles. So we're going to do our chin to our right shoulder, drop our left, and let's hold. Okay, chin to the left shoulder, drop your right. Feel that stretch on that right side. Okay, right ear to right shoulder, drop your left. Pull your chin to that 2 o'clock position. So you've got to stretch from the tip of your chin, a little bit anterior of the neck, all the way down to the shoulder tip. Okay, left ear to left shoulder, drop your right, pull it back, chin at 10 o'clock position. And then the last one is just chin to chest. Now you're stretching the muscles on both sides of the spine. Chin in and down. Okay, All right, last exercise is the breath support again. You're just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. So at count of 3, so inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great, we've got all our exercises out of the way. Last thing we do is a little bit of cognitive, a little bit of thinking. So what we're gonna do is it's called What a Pair, and it's kind of like bread and water, but we give you clues like Wonder and Perrier. Wonder is Wonder bread, Perrier is water, bread and water. So what we're gonna do is something like that. I'm gonna give you clues, and let's see if you can put the pairs that go together. For instance, let's do the first one. Stop is what a film director says, and arid. Film director says, he doesn't say stop, he says cut, and arid is dry. All right, let's do the next one. TV's Mr. Serling, and a spool of film. What was Mr. Serling's first name? Rod and reel. Rod and reel. Okay, let's do the next one. A bill passed by Congress and a meal request to the waiter. So a bill passed by Congress is a law, and you give a meal request to a waiter. Order, law and order. Let's do the next one. A method of curing meat and a reflective glass fixtures. A method of curing meat, which might be smoke, and then reflected glass fixtures that you have on the wall. Smoke and mirrors. Very good. All right, let's do another one. The person who transport your belongings to a new house. The people you hire to transport your belongings to a new house. And then what do you call a salt dispenser? Movers and shakers. Great. A court proceeding and a mistake. A court proceeding is begins with a T, trial, and a mistake is an error, so it's trial and error. Let's do this one. Light complexion and a rectangle with 4 equal sides. Light complexion, you might say they are what kind of skin? They are fair. And a rectangle with 4 sides, equal sides. 4 equal sides, so it's not a rectangle anymore if it has 4 equal sides. Fair and square. Okay, very good. Good try on those. So this is another Speech with Susan, and it's part of the Houston Area Parkinson's Society, amazing organization that provides services for people with Parkinson's and for caregivers, and they have Zoom classes and classes in person. It's also, they have the videos, so you can get all this free. There's Tai Chi and physical therapy, more speech therapy. I teach a speech class on Thursdays from 10:30 to 11:30, and it's on Zoom. You just have to register with them, with Houston Area Parkinson's Society. And there are other classes, amazing classes to attend with, to their physical therapy. I think there's yoga, I believe Tai Chi, occupational therapy, speech therapy, many wonderful things that Houston Area Parkinson's Society provides. It's been my pleasure to be part of them, and I look forward to seeing you at another Speech with Susan class.